This is the opportunity for the customer to strike back. For years, customers across India have endured their operators. Some have had very unhappy experiences. This is the day mobile phone users across the country have really been waiting for. What happens? It's considered the next big revolution in mobile telephony. The customer can now indulge in open infidelity. Are operators worried? How does the mobile situation in India change from here? Joining us on the show this evening, Sachin Pilot, Minister of State for Information Technology and Communications. He's been pushing really hard to make number portability a reality. With me in the studio, Sanjay Kapoor, CEO of Bharti Airtel. And with us also, for a customer perspective, Professor Shriram Khanna, one of India's leading consumer rights activists. I want to come to you, Sanjay Kapoor, first. Are you a worried man?
Well, I can straight away start off by saying a very warm welcome to all those mobile customers in the country who don't use Airtel. It's an invitation to join Airtel, the experience of 150 million happy customers. I would say we've always believed what is good for customers is good for Airtel. So I'm pleased and I welcome this.
We just saw that survey which has been done, which shows 50% of the people using their mobile phones are dissatisfied with their service provider. Being one of the oldest operators in the game, that would give you reason to be worried.
So Rahul, you got to complete the survey analysis and say how many of them want to move over to Airtel. Of course, it's a very competitive environment. You also need to keep in mind the amount of spectrum that's available in this country is truly confined compared to any other part of the world. And I think given all these constraints, Indian networks are comparable to probably the top quartile operators anywhere in the world. Given that scenario, of course, you can't have every customer happy because there are constraints on the spectrum and constraints on the reach because of that. However, given all things remaining constant, I think the end result of the survey says the big operators win and Airtel will have the maximum benefit of that migration.
Sachin Pilot, direct question straight up. Are you planning to change your mobile phone operator? Why? If not, why? And how do you see things change? More importantly, how do things change from here?
I think the more important question is not whether A or B can change his or her operator, but the fact that you're giving the freedom of choice to 750 million people in this country. A choice that is constrained because people didn't want to change their numbers, and the hassles of changing their service providers was something that we've been deliberating in the DOT for a long time. And I'm really happy today that the Prime Minister himself today launched the MNP. It's, to my mind, really a path-breaking step that the telecom sector, the telecom industry has taken today. And this will also, I think rightly so, increase the competition amongst the operators. And why not? Why should consumers suffer call drops and congestion on the network? And if you are, you can't be taken for granted anymore. And then by paying a small token fee, you can change the operator, keep the same number. It's the kind of flexibility and the kind of choice and the kind of options and diversity of operators that you can pick from. That is really the more important question. I'm really happy today that the Indian customers, the Indian mobile industry has ushered in this new, very, very important step.
No, but tell us, you've obviously been analyzing the possible ramifications of implementing this decision for several months now. What is your analysis showing? What could be the possible consequences of implementing this? And customers also want to know, why has this decision been delayed for 3 years? Why has this taken just so long to make happen, Sachin?
Well, the fundamental philosophy behind the government's initiation in doing this is that we believe that it is our responsibility to provide the Indian mobile customers the cheapest and the best quality of services. And along with the industry, we've been able to do that. Don't forget, 15 years ago, incoming calls weren't free. Today, the handsets have become reasonable and affordable, and people are adopting and using the mobile handsets and mobile telephony as a common thing of utility for, in fact, most of Indians. And the thinking behind the government's initiative was that along with the industry operators, both large and small, in all 22 circles, is to have a pan-India rollout to give people the option and the freedom. And don't forget, it is a complicated exercise. There are technicalities involved, there are issues of security, complications of interoperations, and making sure that everybody is on par. Because each time you change your number, there are two companies involved, there is a transition period. So it's not all that simple. And we wanted to make sure that we are doing our diligence work right from the scratch and not come up with glitches once the program starts rolling out. So today has been a culmination of months and months of hard work, and I think I must compliment the department and the industry for coming together on this.
Okay.